Yeah, it's going, guys. No, that's, yeah. Hi again, guys. It's Bea and Bea's Painted Books. Beatrice and Bethany. So we're doing a review today of Shiver by Maggie. What's her last name? We can't pronounce it, so like Stavater. I don't know. We can't pronounce it.
Maybe.
But we'll just go with that. But anyway, before we get into it, I'm gonna just read the synopsis or description real quick before we go on with this. So anyway, for years, Grace has watched the wolves in the woods behind her house. One yellow-eyed wolf, her wolf, is a chilling presence she can't seem to live without. Meanwhile, Sam has lived two lives. In winter, the frozen woods, the protection of the pack, and the silent company of a fearless girl. In summer, a few precious months of being human until the cold makes him shift back again. Now Grace meets a yellow-eyed boy whose familiarities take her breath away. It's her wolf. It has to be. But as winter nears, Sam must fight to stay human or risk losing himself and Grace forever.
Exactly.
Yes. So, of course, it follows the two main characters, Grace and Sam. Yes. And the book starts off with Grace, of course. And when her and Sam first meet, it's on the back porch. So, yeah, that part I thought was kind of awkward at first when I read it, but you'll see when you get to it if you read it. But anyway, in the first part of the book, the first chapter, it starts off with her laying in the snow looking at the sky, and the wolves are attacking her, and she suddenly sees her wolf's eyes looking down at her, and they just stare into each other's eyes for a while.
Yeah.
And suddenly, he's gone, and
the other wolves are gone.
The other wolves just leave.
Oh, she's like 12, right?
Yeah, and she was 12 at the time. So it's obvious that, he stopped them because he didn't want them to kill her. But, she's, ever since then, he's been her wolf. She always looks out her window during, the winter and Christmas, and he's out there, and they just watch each other, and, aww.
Sounds creepy, but it's not.
But it's really sweet, especially with how, the book's written. It's just so, smooth.
Yeah.
And just, I don't know. I don't really know how to describe the writing.
It's really, I don't know. It's almost like a poem is written, kind of. But it's, lyrical and kind of soft.
Soft, yeah. But I guess a lot of people didn't care for it much. They thought it was too slow and boring. It is a little bit slow, but I didn't think it was boring.
No.
I really enjoyed it, and I hate slow books. I really don't like slow books. But I really enjoyed it. And
that's good.
Yeah, it was very good. But the characters are awesome. I mean, they go with Sam. It goes into more depth kind of later on in the book, with his parents and stuff. I'm not gonna say anything about that because that's a main thing. But
they're really well written and developed, and
even
the side characters.
Yeah, it's a trilogy. So there's
and it's called the
Shiver,
Wolves of Mercy Falls trilogy.
Linger,
and Forever.
So I haven't read the last one yet. I read the first and the second one, which was a while ago. So I'm still kind of my head's kind of foggy when it comes to thinking about it. So I'm doing my best here. I tried rereading it, but I didn't have enough time. Only got halfway through. So
in 2 months.
It wasn't 2 I got distracted by this book by the same author, The Raven Boys, which so far is good, and hopefully that will be our next review. Because I'm on chapter 36.
Okay, thank you. Good to know.
I'm just saying.
Fine.
So anyway, that's so far a good book, and hopefully we'll get our next one. But in this book, of course, it follows Sam and Grace, and during the winter, that's when the wolves in the pack are wolves. And when it heats up and when it's warmer out, and during the summer they turn back into humans.
Yeah.
Until it's cold again.
Yes.
And there's a limit to that. After, wasn't it like 4 or 5 times or something after changing? Not 5. I don't know how much.
No,
well,
it was like,
that's for. Okay, it's
like
a few,
like 20 years or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Wasn't it? It's really short.
But Sam got like a really short time.
Yeah, Sam has a really short time.
Usually they get longer. It's like 20 years. But then they stop changing after a while. They just turn into wolves, and then they only live for like 10 more years as a wolf, and then they die. So
I can't remember how big the pack was.
I don't know. She never really describes how many. I mean,
there's a few. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Say like.
But there's like other
names.
people.
There's Ulrich. He's Russian. There's Paul and there's Beck and there's what's her name? Shelby. I always want to say Colby. Shelby. And it only mentions their name, the pack. So
yeah, but there's more. There's other people.
Yeah, there are others. But Shelby, is the she-wolf, and I think her time was up because I don't remember ever changing back in human during the book. But she's kind of like obsessed with Sam. It's not really love. She's just. I don't know exactly how to describe it. She's just obsessed with him, and he doesn't really care for her. So she's really protective of him as they're wolves.
When they're wolves.
When they're wolves. Sorry. When they're wolves. And that's obvious to Grace.
Mm-hmm.
So Grace said for a while I thought that they were like boyfriend and girlfriend,
but they're not
for a time. So
and there's like other people in the book. There's like people in Grace's life, her best friends.
Her parents, which are hardly ever home because her mom's an artist and her dad, I think, works in an office. Her mom can be gone for days. And so she's home by herself a lot.
And then there's like people in her class.
Her best friends, Olivia and Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
Olivia's more quiet, not very outgoing, and she's a photographer, so she takes pictures of the wolves and gives some to Grace.
Yeah.
And then Rachel is very outgoing and kind of annoying, actually. I didn't like her very much in the book. Or Olivia, actually. I don't like Olivia too much. Just for certain reasons.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yes. But
she irritated me. She actually made me mad sometimes. Because she just didn't understand Grace. Anyway. Yeah, I like how they go into, like, depths with, like, Sam's background and his parents. The story of that I thought was interesting. Okay. Usually that can be really boring, though. What?
Nothing. It's just, you just said that.
Well, I'm sorry. It just can be really boring sometimes when they go into depth with other people's backgrounds. Yeah. It's just, you don't want to hear it sometimes, and you don't care. I've done that before. I've actually skipped over
parts? Oh my gosh.
No, not in the book.
Oh, okay.
In other books that are, like, incredibly boring, because it's just, like, it's not important.
Yeah,
I
guess not. Well.
It goes into detail about things that aren't important sometimes with people, and that's the kind of stuff that I don't know, that's just boring in a book. But,
but anyway. It's good. This is a good book. It's, really well written. The characters are great. And good storyline. So, yeah. I gave it a 4. 4
so
stars
I think that's
on
what it goes
Goodreads.
up to, isn't it?
No, it goes up to 5.
Oh, I gave it a 5. But
I don't know.
I gave it a 5 because it's one of my favorite books. Linger is too. I don't know which one I like best though. I don't know. I think I gave them both 5. I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just a really good book, and there's so much about Sam that's awesome. He plays guitar and he sings and stuff, and it's just
She likes him.
yeah. And they're
He's
such a
not
cute
real.
couple.
Just saying. He's not real.
I know.
I'm sorry.
But they're such a cute couple, though.
They go well together.
They really do.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you know, in certain books you read them, and it's just like the 2 main characters, you know, a boy and a girl, and they're romantically involved, and it's just like they don't go well together sometimes. And it's just like, I don't know. Sometimes they're so much different than each other, but they're supposed to be like in love in the book, and it just doesn't seem right sometimes. I've read a few books like that, but in this one, it's perfect. And there's a few people that you don't really like, but they get better. Like
some of them do.
Some of them, like Isabel. She's a girl at the school, and she is in it more near the end of the book, and then a lot in the second one. And she grows on you, so a lot more. I didn't like her at all for a while, but what did you think of her?
I don't know. I didn't really like her at the beginning.
She gets a lot better. So,
Yeah.
And then there's a new person in the second one, which it takes a while for him to grow on you. He kind of irritates you for a while, and you just want to smack
whole
him.
Book.
Well, the whole book you kind of want to smack him, but he does grow on you.
By the end of the book,
Well,
you like him.
Not the end, but like halfway through.
More than halfway through.
No, not for me. I thought
He's much better in the 3rd book, though.
Oh,
like, much better.
He's in the 3rd. Oh yeah,
Of course he's in the
Of course
3rd
he's
book.
in the 3rd book. Is oh yeah. So it's gonna mainly focus on Sam in that one. I'm not giving anything away, but
It goes back and forth between their 4 points of view.
oh okay.
Yeah, and it goes back and forth between Sam and Grace's point of view. And like at the beginning of each chapter, it tells you what the temperature is there, and that's
Which is
kind of
really
good.
cool.
Yeah, it's like so you can kind of tell like if he's in danger of turning into a wolf again. I don't know. It's just really neat. So yeah,
I really liked that.
definitely a good book.
I remember when I first read it, I'm like, why is it saying that for? I didn't get it until a little farther into the book. I'm like, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, but I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. So go check it out.
But it does.
Please.
I mean, the writing
really good.
takes a little while to get used to,
It does.
but it grows on you. And to me, when I read it again, it like at first kind of bothered me, but now it's just like just reading any other book.
Yeah.
So it grows on you, and I actually read it and then I actually listened to it on audiobook. So technically I've almost read it 3 times. I forgot about that. Oh, my cat just sneezed. Anyway, but I think that's pretty much all.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to give a lot away by like saying every detail of the book, but there's a lot of really good parts. So
there's a lot of really good
the
parts.
ending is just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. So if you've read it, tell us what your favorite parts were.
Yeah, tell us. But yeah, definitely do that. I think that's it. So hopefully
it's really good.
Hopefully, we're gonna do another review soon.
Yes.
So I'm not positive for what it's gonna be on, but I guess you'll find out. And of course, we're gonna do one of Linger and Forever at some point. I want to reread the second one, Linger, and then I'm gonna get to Forever. So yeah, I'm excited for that one, but I'm hoping I like the ending. I know you did, but I'm hoping I do.
Yeah.
It's not bad, but like nothing.
I don't wanna, I mean, it's not like, I don't know, it's not like, I mean, it's good. It's not like bad, but it's, I don't know what to say. It's not like
It's
the end of the
hard to
Hunger Games where
yeah.
everybody dies.
Spoilers. Sorry if you haven't read those. We'll put in the description that there is a spoiler for a whole different book in the description. Anyway. I'm sure you read it. A lot of people have. I didn't like that last book. Saying it was so depressing. But anyway, on to this book again. Okay, well, that's about it. So I'm hoping I like the last book, and we'll get to those at some point. Hopefully it won't be like 3 months from now.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, that's all we've got. So if you have recommendations, let us know. And yeah. So if you liked it,
Bye,
bye.
guys.